EU funding, is it worth it? Or is it a bureaucratic trap? This is the most common question I get when I talk to companies. And my name is Björn Kull. I'm managing SwedenBIO's EU support office. I'm quite new at the job, 2 months, but I have quite long experience in the field of applying for programs, for the European programs, and also applying for the national programs in my role as CSO for a small pharmaceutical companies where I was involved in 12 years. So I know the difficulties when it comes to get money, especially for early projects that might not be validated. So I think the money coming from the different national and EU programs are extremely important source of money, especially for small companies. So, why should SMEs participate in the EU programs? So I think this text I found on the EU Commission's homepage, and I think that clearly emphasize how the Commission and the European Union thinks about small companies, that they are the backbone of the economic future of EU and the main drivers of innovation in medicine. That's clearly. These companies are dynamic, flexible, and keen to identify promising new ideas and niches. And SMEs are usually among the first to respond to emerging challenges and seize new market opportunities. So I think there are a lot of effort from the EU Commission to engage the SMEs in these programs. Recognizing this crucial contribution to the EU economy and to the excellence of health research, the framework programs is aimed to involve SMEs in collaborative research projects. FP7 is the EU funding program for research and technology development, and the main EU level, the tool for meeting the EU strategy, the overall EU strategy from the Commission that will be aimed at making EU more dynamic and competitive, which replaces the old Lisbon strategy. The FP7 is a 7-year program, and this is the last year coming up now with the last calls coming this year. And the total budget for the FP7 programs is 50 billion euros, so it's a lot of money distributed, and there's a lot of money left to be distributed. The program is structured in 4 cornerstones, one could say. Cooperation, which is the largest one and perhaps the most interesting for companies to participate in, and that is 32 billion euros total, and which the health sector have 6.1 billion euros, and for this call coming up, I think it's approximately 750 million euros that are available to apply for. In the corporation, it's divided into 10 thematic areas, and health is one of them. Then they have the ideas, which is mainly consisting of the European Research Council, where academic researchers could apply for grants. Then you have the people program, which is a program that supports mobility between sectors, between industry and academia, and where you find also the Marie Curie programs. Finally, you have capacities, which is a program which supports infrastructure and capacity building, and perhaps most interesting for companies, there is a specific program called Research for the Benefits of SMEs, which is the aim is to support companies to outsource their research and R&D. All these programs have different objectives and rules and benefit levels. I will not go into any details now because I don't have time, but I'm happy to discuss that later on. I will be available at the SwedenBIO desk the whole day. The priorities for the last work program in cooperation will actually respond to the major health-related challenges that Europe stands into. And throughout this program, the intention is to bridge the new program that will replace FP7, and that is called Horizon 2020. And the idea is to promote innovation by strengthening the link between academia and industry. And the theme is very broad, and with SME and industry target topics, and about 60% of all topics in the coming call are set out in areas that should be of great interest of SMEs, such as medical technologies. Each project has a minimum of 15 to 50% of EU funding must go to the SMEs or the industry, and it's expected that about 20% of the total budget for 2013 will be awarded to SMEs. I can mention a little bit about the priorities. It's still a draft, but it will be public quite soon, and the call will be official in July. But it will be priorities are brain research, antimicrobial drug resistance, and comparative effectiveness research. That was fast. I think this is an interesting topic that I want to make some advertising about. It's a new topic in the upcoming call with the main aim to build on the results of projects funded under previous FP programs 6 and 7. And the aim is to prove viability of methods, processes, prototypes, and potential for its applications. And the focus will be on testing and validation of results in order to reach the final development stage before products could enter production or reach the market. And most important, applicants in this program must control the intellectual property rights of the results coming out from this FP6 and FP7 programs. So it could be an interesting business opportunity for small companies to look into what previous frameworks programs have been doing, and also what results that could be of potential to further develop. Just a few words on the EU Support Office. It's a result of the Swedish EU strategy, actually, outlined by Vinnova. And it's SME Life Science EU Support Office that was set up in 2007, and it's financed by Vinnova. And but it's managed currently by me at SwedenBIO. And the mission of the office is to promote the participation of Swedish SMEs in the framework programs. And the goal is, of course, to increase the number of applications and hopefully also to increase the success rate of the applications. That obviously will lead to increase in the incomes of soft money to Swedish SMEs. And I also have some ambitions to be a national matchmaking hub for small companies in Sweden seeking soft money and EU support. So Is it worth it? Is it worth the effort? I could definitely say absolutely, yes, no doubt about it, because the EU Support Office will guide you through it. I will help you. Don't think it's not a bureaucratic trap. It's a fantastic opportunity. I could speak from my own experience. It's a fantastic chance to be involved in excellent research, fantastic network. It's not only the money, it's also fun to be involved in these type of collaborations, and it's well worth the effort, I would say. So if you want to get in contact, please send me an email. I enjoy talking to you during the meeting. I will be available at the SwedenBIO desk during the whole meeting, and hopefully I will talk with some of you about EU funding. So thank you.
Thank you. Björn, Kull, you're talking about Matchmaking Hub. That sounds great. How do you prepare to be matchmaked?
Think about your project and think in the lines of what part of your projects could be possibly be done by some collaborator. And do you have a strategic goal that match the goals from the call topic? And what other partners would you need to be able to fulfill the goals of the topic, so to say? So start to think about your own network. How could we possibly collaborate? If you don't have all the pieces in line, please contact me. I could be of help identifying university, academic groups, other companies that might be interested to be involved with your, and I think my ambition is to have a little bit of, to be the hub in those type of, so prepare one slide and send it to me, a teaser or something like that. Good. About your project.
Here's a question from the audience.
You said something about hooking up to earlier frame programs from EU. Do you have to have been part of those programs, or does it only have to be the area?
You don't have to be part of. The only thing that is important, that is the results that you're aiming to commercialize or develop, comes from a previous FP7 or FP6 program. So you could actually go in and make a collaboration that you don't need to be involved in the previous framework program, but you need the results needs to come from that.
Do I need to collaborate with someone who has been in an earlier program?
No.
Thank you.
Any more questions, Björn Kull? Not right now. Thank you very much for coming here.
Thank you.
And good luck with the matchmaking.
Thank you.
Thank you.